Well, I'd like to welcome you to Alien Armament. This is my channel dedicated to the weaponry of the Alien franchises, Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3. So what you're looking at right here is a Weyland Yutani Commando Pulse Rifle. Fairly beat up, I might add. Scratches, dings, dents, some acid burns on this side, and of course I'll show you the other side too. It's got quite a bit of damage on it. But it is a prop replica of the pulse rifle. Now, if you're not familiar with a pulse rifle, they are a prop that was created for the movie Aliens. And Mr. James Cameron, who was part of that movie, the director and writer, had put together three different types of weapons into one to make the pulse rifle. And I'll briefly describe what that's about. So there was a Thompson submachine gun, a Remington 870 shotgun, and the cage of a Benelli SPAS 12 shotgun. So they welded it all together and they put some custom parts on, like the shroud here, and the barrel vent, and the stock, and that became the pulse rifle from the movie Aliens. And then it was reintroduced in Alien 3. The Weyland Yutani Commandos came in toward the end, and they are all jet black. You'll know that it's a Weyland Yutani Commando pulse rifle because there is no other coloring on it. Obviously, it's just jet black from end to end. All right, so let's get right into the cool parts. The battle damage is what really stands out on this one. And I could take you through on that. We're going to do some lighting effects here. We're going to grab our UV light and we're going to turn our UV light on. Front and back. All right, and if you give it a second, you'll start to see that in this area here, you're going to see this green glow, the leftover alien blood that was sprayed onto that during some sort of battle, of course. Now, if I turn it around, this is where it's going to get super damaged. All right, watch out, wall. Don't be smashing into my piece here. All right, there it is. All right, so check that out. On this side over here, you got this big splash of alien blood that burned off some of the paint and left this really eerie green glowing, alien blood behind. And that's so neat. It's just amazing. And then over here, you've got some dings and dents and scratches and scuffs because, again, this was supposed to be a fairly beat up Weyland Yutani Commando Pulse Rifle. Now, you're probably wondering, where on earth did I get such a wonderful piece? Well, that, I will tell you, is all produced here from Matsu Corp out of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, I am just a customer of his, but I find it so amazing to see his work and have his work. I have another pulse rifle we'll do a video on later, but this one he produced, and I asked him to go ahead and make it so sort of beat up and acid burn, and then of course the glowing stuff we added on to that later. So it is the best version of the pulse rifle you can get, hands down. The weight on this thing is, oh God, it's about 10 pounds or 4.5 kilograms. So it really feels like you're holding a pulse rifle in your hand. Now, disclaimer, this is a non-firing piece. There are some functionalities, again, to it, but it doesn't shoot anything out of the barrel. So it is not, set up to do anything like that. But you do get some neato stuff, like for instance, here is the counter. And then of course, if you pull the trigger, it will count down as if you're firing actual ammunition. So that's going to be part of it. The stock's going to move back and forth. The charging handle is going to operate. The pump action racks, the magazine comes out. So again, you've got some functionality here that will make it really cool to have. All right, so that's just an introduction to this Weyland Yutani Commando Pulse Rifle. Again, built by Matt at Matsu Corp out of St. Louis. There's one major thing that I want to make sure that you're all aware of, and that is the build time for these is a good chunk. Because Matt is a one-man show. He doesn't have a factory full of workers making 20 or 30 of these a week. He does it all by himself. And of course, with the current state of having shortages on product and shortages on materials, it is a bit of a challenge for him to churn these out super quick. So work with Matt. He'll give you the rundown on how long it'll take if you're really interested in getting something like this for your collection. But I highly recommend working with him, being patient with him, and getting one of his pieces, because it is an absolute pleasure to have this. It's exquisite. It's amazing. I mean, I can't say good enough about this. So I'll leave descriptions in the links below or whatever, so that you can get in contact with him. And of course, if you like and subscribe, that'd be great. And if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. You can leave them in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in for a little bit, taking a look at the video, taking a look at this really neato Weyland Yutani Commando Pulse Rifle with all the battle damage, right? And enjoy those movies. They are absolute classics. And really glad you joined me. So have a good day, and leave any comments below. I'll try and answer them. Thanks so much. Bye.